Hi, what's up everybody? I'm making this video pretty much to explain how I use my NS7 at home in my small basement little home studio setup I got here. Pretty much the main things when I use at home that I don't use at gigs or clubs is MPD32. I mean, I just use it for convenience to cue it.
What do you do, baby?
Oh, that was loud. Yeah, to cue it, man, or whatever. And that's pretty much it. You just heard when I press, hit the pad, it cue it. And I'll show you, over here, which I'm running a MacBook Pro. All types of apps, one partition. I have no issues, no dropouts, anything. I've even gone as far as to turn on Wi-Fi, while using NS7, while playing tracks, turn on Wi-Fi, and with surfing the internet. I have no issues. I don't know if this is like a super MacBook Pro or it's like blessed or something, but I have no issues, man. Like I said, cue it down here. I got it running, pretty much just minimize it, but that's cue it right there, and it runs pretty much kind of in the background in the cut, and I just mapped the MPD32 to it. And how I did that was it's hooked up USB, and if you're familiar with MacBook Pros, two USB ports. The one's farthest from the monitor. Pretty much this is hardwired. This goes directly from the NS7 into the computer. I don't have it in a USB hub or anything like that. It goes directly in. That's one of the main things. Well, they tell you that in the forums or whatever to so you can have it running properly. But anyway, the next one I have is actually a USB hub / keyboard, and that's this down here. This little Control SL by Odyssey. I got a whole bunch of other things hooked up in here. Pretty much this little mouse here, a Bluetooth mouse. It hooks in here. The NSFX right there plugs into here, and like I said, the MPD32 runs through here too, so it can trigger cue it in the background. So pretty much, it's a hub, all this, then goes in to here through that black one, and that's the NS7, and that's pretty much it. That's all I need. This other weird funky thing I got sticking out here is eSATA pick me a card that to my external hard drive, which is eSATA obviously, and it's down here. It's a Roswell, I don't know if you can see it pretty good, but Roswell external enclosure that I got. There's pretty much the only one I could find that had it. Well, they have others that have eSATA, but this got pretty good reviews. And this side is a Western Digital 1.5 terabyte Black Caviar hard drive. I had no issues, man. It's a great little drive that I built, and it's awesome. eSATA, lightning fast. I have no issues with it. So that's pretty much it for the MacBook Pro storage. And the MPD32, like I said, man, it's pretty easy to map. I map everything, the pads, the faders. I could turn them up, but now you can map anything, man. It's just all it is a MIDI controller, so I can map this pad's volume to here, whatever, and it's seamless. It's pretty tight. Now getting from the NS7 and all this jazz going into my computer over here. There's a bridge, pretty much XLR out of the NS7, and I got two XLR cables, left and right, that I got going to this little guy right here, which is an analog mixer. So simple playing. All the instruments down here pretty much plug into here. It's a bridge between all the instruments and the main sound card that goes into the computer firewire, which is M-Audio 2626. Now, motifs, bass, MPC, I got MoFat under here that I use sometimes to make beats, and it all goes into here prior to going into the sound card. The 26 has all the inputs, but I like to have a little bit more control over, put got a little EQ. I like to EQ when I'm doing, beats or whatever, or production. I like to have this bridge here. You don't have to, but it worked out for me as far as implementing the NS7 into my computer and the sound card and the speakers, and it really works wonders for broadcasting the Ustream. And pretty much that's about it, man. It's pretty simple and plain. The computer I'm using, I built down here, custom built. I couldn't afford a Mac G5 3 years ago. I don't even know if they still make them, but I tried my damnedest to build a computer as fast as a Mac G5, and it's just pretty monstrous computer I built here. It's overclocked, like 4 something gigahertz, whatever. It's ridiculous. But that's about it, man. That's how everything runs. The NS7, NVD32 QIT, the external hard drive down there via eSATA into the MacBook Pro, which is a dream. I have no issues with it. I had a Sony Vaio. I had tweaked the Sony Vaio to a point where, it was like running at 65%, CPU on itch. And I maybe would get a dropout every 3 hours, but that was not good enough. As you old DJs out there know, you don't want to have dropouts during sets at clubs. So the MacBook Pro is what I went with, and I had no problems. I bought it used, and it's a godsend, man. I love Mac. I don't think I ever go back to PC again, but that's another story. But that's it. Pretty much the main thing with Ustream is my external computer over here another computer that I have, for the webcam and the broadcasting and the other sound card. I'm not using my MacBook Pro to broadcast to Ustream. Goes into this sound card, which goes goes into the mixer. I'm sorry, into that sound card via FireWire into the CPU, and that's pretty much it, man. I mean, got 2 Behringer Truths up there I use, in my studio, and those are what I use, when I have gigs at, lounges or small clubs or whatever. And that's pretty much it. Those are, actually, I didn't know if I mentioned, those are Mackie Thumps. They're awesome. They hit pretty damn hard for their size, and they're really light. And I got 2 tripods down there that I use for those bad boys right there. So pretty much that's it, man. If anybody has any questions, you hit me up, or whatever. All right, peace.